na order ho press do ama anytime I interview be shase no na wa bokoko the interview ashase na itum na join. And nkomo ye rebeti we are coming to look at the life of a disabled person in Ghana. How easy is it for a disabled person to move around in this country? Say a disabled person, na say ezi iniswade huni bi siwenwodo. Ebia mepeda me a doctor, mepeda me a lawyer, mepeda me engineer. What are the obstacles that you can possibly face? And even, is it possible there obi out na wheelchair mu obi okita clutches, obi o homonoma one what's na what the bone race what I tab will be wo foam na one no will shield na waka ho. Can they go beyond that and not limit it to anuntu manantu to da makasa slade ame menhu ohwazi into da me yede ame men say twitwa into da me yede. And in the studio with us we have Michael. Michael.
Yes, Abba.
Akwa.
Yenya.
Yeah, it is in order. It is in order. Michael, what full name is it?
From Michael Usasari.
Michael Usasari.
Yeah.
Michael, what do you do?
Currently I do two things.
Okay.
And them you're the brofuna.
Yes,
fancy
fra.
Currently I and you may be in.
Okay.
One, I have a company called PJ's Perfect Surprise. We surprise people for people.
Okay.
So, Odofu be near per day, ni birthday or one anniversary or per day. I appreciate it. And our boss in Pune per day appreciating that. Now they're friend. We organize everything. I was busy at now. I ain't a baby.
Oh, simple. Okay. That is one.
That's one. And then the other part is that I distribute a product called Premium Herbal Oil. Or you drew I was this ikura wa ekranko. Today will be what diabetes now way to kur.
Okay.
Known to me was it be 5 years, 3 years, 10 years busum onwu.
Okay.
9 years there as a bubudo. I mean oyangwa. Though they didn't herbal woman or yang.
But it's just oil.
Oil. It's extracts of kitchen ingredients. Now was essential oil.
Oh, okay.
But it couldn't sit then. Yamitasi in Kwanzi.
Aqua school.
Oh, Yaminadum. Marco school. No, Papa. We call University of Ghana.
Okay.
We call primary school so University of Ghana where they gone. University of Primary School where now. Chawa wumgo.
Oh, okay. So you
Into me where they gone.
Me primary school, eko uni. That's beautiful.
Moko primary school no. At the time no na me use wheelchair.
Okay.
And na me use wheelchair.
Okay.
And na though I was physically challenged, na me use any walking aid biara. Until no me nanto no ya na da mutwu me na sibi nkofu wo hu dem resawo se miza aguro se menyu abro se den na mu yo cherofo ntino mo fra ni nya wa ye me rough because wo hu da boy yi
on so look what they
no balance me as wo yim ti balance na dey ya me sister number was it uncle's weird walking because balance be him but then and the funny thing about going to school as a physically challenged person at the time and working in that way, was that the children used to make fun of it because they didn't understand. It took me a while to get it because when I was in the lower primary classes, why they make fun of me? Because I wasn't born that way. So when I was in pre-school, I was fine. It was when I was going to class 1, then it started.
What happened?
It's only when I grew up that I got to know what is actually wrong.
Oh, okay.
But all my life up until I finished university, and I didn't know the exact cause. There's a cyst that was sitting in my spine, which was preventing the nerves from flowing properly.
Oh, okay.
So the cyst was obstructing the nerves flow. And obviously the strength. But then thing is, it got me paralyzed. So before I started walking the way I was trying to describe, I was totally paralyzed from the top down, and I couldn't get up. It's technology. That's why we need to be grateful to God for technology, because and them my brain, all they had was X-rays, but the X-rays couldn't tell cysts. It's MRI scans that can show cysts. Okay. So all along it was X-rays and they couldn't find anything. It was only up until later years when MRI scans came. Then I did an MRI scan and then they found the cyst in there. Doctor, for I was 50-50. To was 50, I mean, no 50, I never found them.
So you decided?
I decided that let's leave it as it is, because cyst now it wasn't growing, it wasn't shrinking. It's just the same size as it is. Okay. So I decided that I won't join it. I'm enjoying my life.
I know that after uni, you left Ghana.
Yeah.
UK. For how long?
For what, 10 years.
And then you decided to come back.
Yeah.
Coming back, no, I'm trying to one day.
Yeah, it's true.
In our country, we plan it without putting in mind people living with disability. Into Ebabaka, you'd have difficulties in Namibia.
Yeah, I did. I thought of it. Whilst I was in UK, almost every year I was coming to Ghana.
Okay.
Twice a year or sometimes 3 times a year I was coming to Ghana.
Okay.
And I used to see a lot of, wherever there's a mess-up in a system, there's also opportunities in that system.
Okay.
Every system that is well structured, it's difficult to find loopholes in it and find opportunities.
This is when it's not well structured.
When it's not structured, there are always loopholes.
Opportunities we're gonna have.
That's what I was looking out for then.
Okay.
And so those are the things I was looking out for. And like I said, those days I wasn't using any physical mobility aids. So until 2013, that was when I became paraplegic. Paraplegic means that ibia T on for friend then vertical vertebrae no wachichim or T2. I wonder why a why Olympics are. Why you Paralympics now? I wonder what's a T4 for one race. T day. Or a vertebrae no when you pandage. No wachichim the T day into be a V, be a T. Into more on.
I can't Google. Other Melacanasi.
And you there was Nippon spinal cord no one. Watch him. Into a bia na ma then level into be or have baby any level disability in the one.
T1.
Good.
L1, T12,
lumbar vertebrae, thoracic chassis. Depending on which area the fault of the problem in your spine is, can tell how far your paralysis will be.
Okay.
Until na obi oha nensa ne paralysis until ono be quadriplegic because nensa ne na ne ye adwuma nensa ne so until ono ye adwuma so quadriplegic. Okay. But obi a ne na na ebien but nensa ne today na paraplegic because two.
Okay.
So it depends on which side of the spine your problem is. Now what they do. Until also I'm a T4 paraplegic and a TD, LD, those things. I have Ghana as a young condom. I have a phone one because we'll be sharing, we'll be not to which we'll be there. What's your story? So okay, do a TD in Mawayan Street.
Wow.
So when 2013, when I became paraplegic, then I started using crutches, and then I couldn't walk. And life became like, unfortunately, it's not much. It's like one of Latin. Now my bagana, my babesan, my besha, wifey, dear to flatten.
No, it isn't actually.
Actually, no, we don't to true form. Because actually, no, them now are using metal braces. The metal braces, you know what they show an animal Martin on steps. You know, book to name, and I couldn't do it. And then I manamash crutches so as he use. Into Nazina Maroso, into Mamun, it was scary. Into Munyepo. Into Moka, sorry, my own arms per life. Into Meshada, Manchester. Nam's the Mutu Atana steps in the door. Mufisu Honey Bazaar, no, there was a EBI there, was our wall. Into honor the Madame Wall Juana Mason. But Mudu, I see one as a Bessan film, no, if you knew of the one who betrayed. So honey no them the Mutu from. And unfortunately, Ghana for soon ya. Do na why a besha as a for.
Take one on for show.
Because the other match is suited. No one puna Mishaka and them up on Anjamoncomba. No, Wujina, back on in Abontin or worry show they are there. Will be Irish. If you come and me Baswa, you may be fear. But then I'm friend say, oh, Papa Nabo, she is man. Like, oh my God, what's this? I mean, what can I go and you know, be a wage and I grew the one of Bobo wage. But before I walk up and close away, I wanted to know wage of Aberdeen balcony, how I miss them awful.
Wow. And
in the UK, I mean, and a man will be shower. Were you playing ball, mate? Maybe I boy and we pray and Bibi and who them are, them crackoches, Nina, May more. What happened, mate? Were you playing ball? Oh, you'll be alright, mate. You'll be alright, mate. Now you'll be alright, mate. You'll be alright, mate. Yeah, one simple one go up now.
Do you think that people are not knowledgeable about the disability?
Yeah.
You know.
It's one is that ignorance is has to play a lot. Ignorance. People are ignorant of the whole issue, right? And the other part is that the well-abled people and so on, sometimes they don't know how to approach physically challenged people. The reason I'm looking at them there, oh yeah, if you are physically challenged, I'm off what you want yakuma and channel won't be full. No, they are stressed. If you are stressed that and channel you be full. Because if you are as I know to me and don't to me yet.
Okay.
Like sorry, no one answer aqua harbor, F and there, more sorry and ye juma. But if you today or sorry on two months, sorry, another nina no 2 on 2. So simple things that he could do, now he can't do them. So they get frustrated because Nanto, so Benanto or Kodokoto wheelchair, no so no bonneting. And you know, oya dema nipano no why are frustrated on them. Inti also was a kakranana and miss an question every bisani year. Out of frustrations, then they just burst out or they just give it to you in a way that comes out rude. So sometimes most able person feel they're physically challenged people. When you are they are rude and those kind of thing. So for me, I see it as if you're physically challenged, you have to help the able person get close to you. The way you carry yourself will draw people closer to you. And that is how we can make a change in the life of physical challenged persons. If we decide to reach out more. Because when I was at the university, like I was saying, though I had my way of movement, all the friends I met in my room and in Commonwealth where I used to be, I didn't know them. We met at the university. But within no time, I became like a brother. We became like brothers. They didn't care about my physical challenges. And they could make fun of it and it didn't bother me. And I could also make fun of any physical defects that was on them.
But then, I wouldn't make a fun on how. What about the others?
That is why I'm saying they should live above it. Okay, let's take it this way. Abba, if you are physically challenged one way or the other. Now, if a tall person, if somebody who's tall comes here This is here and here. Onto me bend it down. Most times they use grabbers. I want to basketball players, when in Kakra, we used to grabbers. Or Bunimwana Nisisi grabbers. Short person, and I'm midget, and I be around midget in po, and now I or a normal 8 year. Echo kitchen, yeah, baby, unable to a big guado near Afro. You need an aid, something to aid you. You need an aid to reach there, right? Now, I need a walking aid to move. So I need a wheelchair to aid me move. Now, you also need something to aid you reach out to something. So all of us, one way or the other, we are challenged. Nipa nenywa or a blind person, another partially or a challenge in the eyes, right, in sight. So when he has spectacles, I will be treating nenywa over to me to aid him read. So every one of us has a physically challenged. Me disabled. But me physically challenged. Because disabled I disabled. I didn't Legos. No baby no disabled now. We bubu. But bubu has it. I don't know physical challenge. You be a physically challenged.
Wow. But then ewo chroma then they use like public facilities.
I know you do an answer me happy. Or no, the challenge, the main challenge, or the plight of a physically challenged person in Ghana. So for me, by the grace of God, I'm blessed to be able to drive by myself.
Okay.
So if I need to use any washroom or anything of that sort, at least I just drive to some hotels. So I map out some hotels that I know that they have physical disabled washrooms that are easily accessible. Because in my car I have my wheelchair, which is I can disassemble and assemble.
Okay.
So I disassemble it and put it at the right side of the passenger seat. So me do baby I'm a pedal car. So if that is it, then I can just drive to. But you see, the unfortunate part is that most wheelchair users, either paraplegics or quadriplegics, they have, because it affects their spine and their lower back, they usually have problems with their bowel. And you know, when Sanche Nanasefono, it's easily triggered by anything that can. Some of them, they can't control it. Most of them can't control it. A lot of them have to use catheter to be able to pass out urine and all those things. So if when you baby oko, unfortunately, echo baby I was a public Disabled Act I was the Abbey. Disability Act in Mr. One. In Pawancho. Me Pawancho. Disability Act no, Mr. Obi Biara we architect. We are builder, we are construction. Into any part of building, managing facilities is a chopper. What's the toilets or washrooms or buildings nima? Yes, I want. Woma eponum ye wider kakra. Because umbe muka abo numuka. Woma abo ni yak ni mu mbe kakra. Most of the abo ne abeko ne or narrow.
So normal abo.
Normal
washroom abo.
Good. Into a narrow. But them normal one, no, I need them. If wheelchair, on two room because wheelchair no obber nipa ne.
Oh, okay.
Wheelchair ni wheels no chen. Inti nipa ni shema wheels ni inti oba prim door no.
Okay.
Inti aye bank, our washroom room. Amusu me your client, musu me your customer, musu me sika wo. Inti ye my washroom no. I was a kurumpo. I will my pun na no ye mbe. So that when I wheel myself, easy mutumu rim. Now you enjoy them wheelchair washroom na where no chichebo etwa ho biara ontwa. Ibi so o able to the wheelchair na rim, but the rim dey we into munda no.
Cause
hosa. Into munda no ho a na che dey e wo dey etna de ne do a na ibi abatwe abaw. So if you are alone you can do it. Ibisu also a ibi ana ni muso kakra nyame aye wadum etuma maneuver but they be banisters and our rail guards because them are or yendaza was a shisha echo amanone and if Ghana hampo baby kakra why as way to my ye be wo was in daze ashisha hwa side and side nti no nye there you panizen inside boso toilet seats in because a public place if you bo gina on we sanchi
so that there's germs
everywhere so you don't expect there you panic about inside boat because to transfer from the wheelchair onto the WC the person needs something stable firm to move onto nti se me nye bibia dem a then or there WC no na me then musom na mo transfer mo ho. Do you get it?
Wow.
So oya dem a me we a mo say so mbio na mo za aba na mo bu epon na cho na mo do so pon nim nti e between there I mean I want on fan ho but me the James na here epon na echi I also bo ba beso mu na egbe
you want to go back to living in UK?
Not really. My family makes the fact that I live here with my family and all along the reason is my passion. All along I used to tell my dad I'm a Ejuma.
Okay.
Okay. And so when I was coming to Ghana, I knew that Mubabe Fifi Juma Manana was a disability discrimination, frustrating. So let me come and do what I want to do. And living in UK, yes, it comes with all the pleasantries of a physically challenged person. I mean, you have a lot of benefits. You have but I also wanted to touch lives in Ghana. So I think in 2012-ish, I was doing a lot of public speaking, trying to help people have different perspectives about disability. And so those things are some of the reasons that, but I still enjoy my holidays in the UK. I prefer doing the holiday. Yeah, I prefer yes, just come back and then continue. Then work hard to make some money again and then, go and enjoy it. No more.
Because Erica said, like, I'm trying to play images in my mind. Erica washroom, there's no help. And see, yes, the washroom issue. So in a day that baby you're not able to access the washrooms. What do you do?
Okay, let me give you an example. I went to a place I can't mention. It's a very iconic building in Ghana here. I can't mention. No, I won't mention. You see, my plight is not to... my aim is not to downgrade anybody. My aim is to conscientize people. So I spoke to the managers of the facility.
Okay.
And so they decided that so I'll go back and check. When I go and they've checked and they've corrected it,
let me know.
I will let you know and we'll highlight it.
If they haven't corrected it,
then
let me know. I will mention it.
It's a very beautiful facility. I mean, it's a modern building, so it's a very beautiful modern building. But unfortunately, they didn't have any washroom access in the beautiful building. The washroom was outside there. It's in the building outside, like today. Sabio Henun Kofuya one cranny, one dandania, Wosidana toilet and above for one.
Okay.
See, done beautiful building, beautiful, I mean, BBR. So I went there for a program. And then, unfortunately for me, after the program, no way a baby, and why was sure. And they didn't have a lift access. Okay. On put one home with them. So I went out wanting to use their washroom. Now maybe because it's a beautiful place. And it wasn't in any of them. I was say Aba Mizino had the man no way woman chi baby.
Wow.
Jay nature pressure woman nature and you pan baby. No what do also so how to in Chaman Yamin or Bum no become. Because I make a year who independent, and German could take me quite German, because I couldn't access the place, even though they've ramped it. Oh, no, so no. I didn't wire a ramp, but you can't easily move on. Ramp now, I had the steps could be one. So, until 2 million 4. And it's too steep. So when I got there, washroom, no, I small cubicles. Will be only use wheelchair, but to me use. Now, what bombers in our wire cork, but they are wheelchair person could access. But they're putting you.
Oh, how?
Abu was a unit wash ho.
It is a shawanary.
Oh, the free range. You're near opposite now, washing a basin, or I was washing once.
Oh, that's bad.
And then urinal pots and being urinal pots and no ben hunting. Say she had a nature there will be Sancho and way reducing. So all your dignity is gone. It's I won't say you wanna forget it, and then you'll be.
Wow. Them in Yama, the fact that the state itself, during its planning, won't put importance on people with disability. On count as stigmatization or a high now. On count. Because if you are not important to the state, then
of course,
who will you be important to?
On count. But you see, most of the time, young conversations, I follow certain conversations about disability on different media. But it's always about society looking down on the disabled. I don't dispute it. But the thing is that disabled need to come out more. We all look and say, oh, Echo UK, Echo UK.
How do you come out more when what block avenues of coming out? So you talked about living in Sakumono.
Yes.
In a flat.
Yes.
Landlords are building apartments.
No.
Without putting the disabled into consideration.
Yes, they are not.
And how would they come out?
Okay. BBR. Everything there's a struggle. The people who will start it will struggle, but the Chimbano would enjoy. Kwame Nkrumah and Asifo, it was a struggle for them to chase the colonials out of this nation, right? And it wasn't easy for them to do it. But since they did that, now we are enjoying certain things, aren't we? So in the same way, that's why I say, because Kwame Nkrumah was pushing people to come out, before to the black man should show that. So in the same way, physically challenged persons, there are a lot of physically challenged persons who are into gainfully employed positions.
Okay.
There are some lawyers, doctors, different professions where you find physically challenged persons there. But because of one casa, how many times now I call more I share physically challenged person that apart from the share abrewa bia on any nananum them apart from that they be who physically challenged person. Didn't watch they believe society wants them to be indoors. Do you get it? So the more you accept it, the more the negative stigma and the connotation goes on.
Come to that conclusion that
it's a mind. It's a change of mind. For me, I am grateful to God for my mom. Because of my mommy. Because my mom always said to me when I was little, and when I was challenged when I was little, that you are who you say you are, and not what God says. You are what God says you are, and what you say you are, and not what people say you are. As I say. So when I was young, all my siblings could ride a bike and I couldn't ride. And people won't let me ride because I want them to pray. And to only sympathy, I am shishi, or sympathy, my body protect him. But that's the wrong part of it. So that's why I say they should come out more. Every physically challenged person has the ability to adapt. So it doesn't matter, like this Nick Onyin say.
Yeah.
He's adapted to his situation and he can do almost everything. So in the same way, every physically challenged person can adapt to any situation. if you give that person the chance. But the oil them we overprotect them, and by overprotecting them, we rather keep them away from mingling with society. So when we keep them away, unfortunately, the parents or the guardians pass away and they are not there. One go school. So the person doesn't have any self-esteem because on pay or she be them.
But then, Obi are physically challenged.
Yes.
Another a friend do baby no. Physically challenged. Society doesn't put the physically challenged in mind when they are planning the cities.
Yes.
Inti a friend no oko school or bebre, oko hospital or bebre, or pedoya doctor, school no law kono, on shada and disability friendly.
No.
It's I'm no be keeping with you.
That's why you must defile all the odds and move ahead. When you Eshasa, there will be change. That's why I keep saying that change is from within. When we start it, the change will come. When we kick it, Bibia ni shase no yezino. Bibia ashase no yezin. But eshase we are. Amanfu be hu de oh azi po inja obey ye obey to my you pay look, I work with an NGO called React. They are a UK NGO that helps physically challenged children in Ghana, basically for now in Ghana. And so we went across the country to assess the needs of other physically challenged children so that we can help them. And then wherever we went, Pram Nanasifu, Nkrana, Accra Hampo, when the parents of the physically challenged they had kept indoors saw me driving and speaking the way I speak and being myself, they had hope that their children can also become somebody. So they don't need to keep their children in their houses anymore.
Oh.
So they told us that, oh, and the child, I don't want to watch them as in our friend, the bone race, bone race, most more speedy. Nessa no want to find driver, over to me that drive. Miss me saying a drive.
No one a name.
Oh, no, what chalking or chalking. I miss an drive. He said, be next time I will make you call a Formula 1, my way, most mamma drive. He said, be an animal drive. A crew that still another day, near crew was so may hand controls them. They will not match okay, but you in there, Queen Iron, but a boy, Miss Anna, they will. True. For what? No passing me test for UK. I did a driving test and I went through as normal person and I passed the test.
In Ghana here, and we see it as the physically challenged person can't do this.
Look on Jim. Look on Jim.
Then.
I could you team never Michael no limits. Me work out bad.
Debut, echo Jim.
Muko Jim. And a Jim ned correct Jim. And you can if Jim Ebio, yeah, proper Jim, I will access a membership access. Moko. When I first entered the gym, you be a wage or gym.
Oh, come on, Dad.
Oh, Bibia. Yeah, stretches me, man, Dad, do me. Bibia.
Michael, wait, stretches.
Bibia.
Then it's not 1 day.
Oh, Abba. Miss our Google, Michael no limit. Pushy. Which one? My was it one and pushing the day? My was it one 1 9
your legs are not active.
No, but I have to.
How are you able to push?
I support one way. And it builds strength in me. Me and Papa person.
I would want to follow you to the gym one
day. Oh, my first day when I got to the gym, they were all wondering that you saw better than what. So, like you said, you see, that's why I keep saying that we have to come out. Because Moon called Jim Hodden. Muraho, be a from there. Oh, so them dance home. I'm more mobility scooter. No, electric powered scooter.
Okay.
No, me today the man who them physically challenged. Oh, yeah, one day boy, no, guy, when him there, Musoro, like. But it's not who chain him down on maybe I him there, So no them dan me that wheelchair no koy manfa scooter na nko. Ti mi room na emu den ko fun ya wenyi ma ye.
Na ma papa to wan ka be dey ole dem.
Yeah, obi azi instructor akroka no. Tell you that is the thing. You know at wheelchair mu no and nantle and yahwe into diabetes, obesity.
Okay.
Because and nantle, you don't burn calories, you don't burn any fats. Sugars are there into a town. It's very unfortunate that when I was sick, because we're active, we are not want to one year diabetes. But when I want for one point, I wash them. Now I we bloat. It is in a dana yahwe. It's a fact. We bloat. See diabetes, the no gym, kidney failure, heart disease. Yari baby. Until I brought food, do na why ti wheelchair mu why ya because what if I go I chicken and chips near them na we bloat on gym. Also to mu gym so any ahonti. So I went to the gym. So I went first. When I got there, the people were a bit skeptical. I wasn't perturbed at all. It didn't push me. I didn't care about it. And that's the point I'm saying, that we have to come out first. So now my gym, everybody wants to associate with me at the gym. But initially they were a bit skeptical. But now, that's the point. That's the point. But with time, they realize that the things I could do, most of them can do. So now they will come and take pictures, they will come and do, they all want to work out with me. Aerobics, my one auntie only don't move me. My watching pan, what's it? Martin don't me on your bay.
It's interesting. A swimmer.
At the moment I use the floats. Personally, I swim without, but I'm now learning to swim without the float. But I still use the opportunity. When you check, you see me swimming on that.
But then, I see you are learning to swim without the float.
Yeah.
When you are swimming, your legs are part of it.
Yeah.
And if there's no mobility in your legs.
Oh, yes, swim. Swimming is all about floating, and floating is about your breathing. So how to control your breath is what you use to float. When you breathe, you get heavy.
That
you sink.
Channel.
You don't wear your backstrokes. Now wear your butterfly. Swimming. Wear your butterfly.
I hear them who they can go to a gym. I hear them who they you can swim. I hear them who they you can do. I will share my
You adapt to your situation. Let me give you a funny story. One day I went to some hotel. Then pedemisia because me swimming pool instructor to pedemisia swimming. But swimming I'm a float no share me share round day. So pedemisia na use one. Chew. Timoko na makache padinde o na day na pedemie. To share me na see which him na no so. I sure there will be
instructor.
I sure there obey.
Maybe so that we've seen more him because Ghana Hano. One call poolside would instructor be or the training.
Tell me, YouTube boy, no, there will be to me and to my.
Wow.
Tell me, Papa is your guys on ye. Namso, also, Namso, didn't know ye. No, so, how to transfer into the pool, no crime to Namso. What are you talking about? You have a me wheelchair and a ben home. Muhona Muso, offending rails now. What's our steps on? Oh, I'm really me trim. I'm with Simon and me cry. I'm say, mercy, then you. I feel I can't jam. But this year, me game, my messy day float. I'm messy that. I'm seeing you on a bet sham number float until the float in the best chassis. It's moving, yeah. I want to reach and was on Chem. Jack, one share, I know the boy, me imagine there. A walk, Mako. No, so I cry when you caca. Oh, that was the last straw. What can be beer? What could be beer because say, oh, you have to wash down. I'm so yes, I want shower name to make sure as tomorrow. Me who chair no support Yamin Adam or electric being. Timoto Maro, who do feel I'm dry. One was say, oh, Charlie, you see that thing. See, I listen when you kaka. Nti obahwe de ne yanko kubu onu botu ma ya abon ne kaka ne nti o.
Say if you are not osuro de be you drown.
I get it. So I went to see another instructor. So he was a bit also skeptical. So he was like, okay, up there, man medical report. Me see no problem, mejamo. Mejamo. Nti oye na hu de na me chen de hwe. So I went to, after that incident, I went to Aqua Safari with my family, just my wife and my little girl. And when I went there, I saw the swimming pool and I saw the guys and I was like, I want to swim, but in Kofu, I said, oh, but you can swim. Yeah, boys know you can swim. Yeah, one man float. Swim na matu mu hatu. Yeah, me float mo up and down. Just coming up and down. And I was enjoying it. So look, the funny thing is, interesting thing is, the best place for the person is in the water.
Really?
That's when you don't feel that you have been paid. And that's where you just lie on the water and you just glide, float and glide, float and glide, float and glide. And that's where you feel your legs even work. Because you are not stepping on anything, so you feel you are still able.
Wow. I would have to spend a day with you. I would have to spend a day with you. In fact, there would be a part 2 of this conversation, and that would be spending the entire day.
Yeah.
And I would prefer a weekend.
Of course, that would be better.
Gym.
We have a gym.
Na ye too so swim.
Yeah, swim. You know.
Because I really want to. I want to see you do it. Not videos. I want to. Videos are edited.
Yeah, okay.
Videos are edited. I want to be there.
Yeah, not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. And it's a good exercise, and it's good because it keeps me in shape. And there are some reps that I can do you can't do at the gym. Even this guy can do.
You know to be ready if no to me dumbbells
go be one by gym when why you one zin wopede instructor needs you wopede or check one stamina until 1 year bibi simple no won boefu cho ya wo hwe ma na wo ka che one day 1 year bibi simple than what I am doing now I one day ipo tumu imeyi da na ame oboda wa na wakoma eto or stamina when
Michael,
yes,
you don't feel stigmatized?
I don't give myself the opportunity to feel it.
Has there ever
of course
been a time wash
oh yes, there are so many, and you see, yes there are, but instead of dwelling on them, I rather make fun of them. Okay, so I'll give you an example. I was in a shop or Junction Mall. And shop people will go no funny jet. No what on him Tarina Mpobwa good. Now Mr. Makeup and Mpobwa to my member. Then I went. And that day I was using my mobility scooter. Now I walk 4 kilometers per hour. That's the maximum speed. So I was just going slowly in the shop floor. And then Minema security in the bike. Say, boss, my boss says you should go out. Oh, there then.
Go out.
There, my head then. And because of your bicycle, so he says you should. I'm saying, oh, you on your bicycle? It's a mobility scooter. No, I say, oh, but my boss said, no. But you see, it was a security guy that came. So I didn't want to push it. So I just asked him that who is the boss. So me only reason after all. That's the most important. Not that the security, but on your boss, on my instruction. So I must see him rather. And I knew definitely it was ignorance. So then mubum fui because me no him. Because in the first place it was a bicycle. As you saw it. So then I went to him, the man. He urged to move na make sure. You are papa no sooner, maybe Sunday, Muframba, Pobano, or no chamber. So I went to me and said, oh, your boy says they did not say, yeah, but Mintino, one for bicycle in board. I'm so you on your bicycle, you a mobility scooter. Hey, it's a scooter. Even that one there, we don't accept your car. Scooter. That one we don't accept your car. When I'm with that, go no better one day. Because it's more fun. And then unfortunately, so market na checkout no.
No.
Into nkofunu so abeji customers so abeji nja wa wo twaze na wo ye waze into amafo. Na papa yi so manana it's a company policy one be chem. It's a company policy. That one buy bicycle but na me so yi buy. No see if you scooter no ma say asem no kra. Ti ho na me hu there yi papa enyim na onyim. Na me twene na me say okay. You onye quad bike. There my boys was a scooter na.
No so wole dinna bobana quad bike.
Se me church ne ba.
On waka to do my fa no quad bike.
Se me church ne ba. Na ma che ne there scooter no so nyema two times na wo hwi nyonyi bia. No or a wheelchair but electric one. Mosima. Oh, wheelchairs are on better asset because wheelchair no be piam. But you know man na me ko corner now. Oh, basa. So you don't want me to have my independence. Today, small independence can cry. Musumenya mezabe shopping issue. Empede eyi fi mu.
Obili mpiam.
Oh, mpiam. Say you mpiam. You know to be piam.
Hey.
Jafri nanu so yes, I'm saying, Master, please stop embarrassing me, and then you eventually embarrass yourself.
That's why embarrassing no crazy.
No, no. Look, if you push it, the media in Ghana wants something to talk about. The media in Ghana wants something to talk about. If you push me to go out of this place because I'm using a mobility scooter, which is a wheelchair, which is a mobility aid to help me move about, I will help you become famous. I'm so okay. The one I'm in Kukru or GTV, or you're blind, but I'll produce shows.
Okay.
I'm a friend. Then me were nice AEB man. Na me jina shop bi mu dey. Was me physically challenged me crying to one pami me fia to me share one. That be na ye one na crow by workers na crow by no be friend konche. Boss please I beg. This matter. Wow. If you go talk this matter they go sack we all. They go ask say one na. What will baby say dem one na no we juma dem dan. What will TV no do baby say dem one na no we juma dem dan.
Nti say erokoto enyimo wo shop no mu nyina nka because of the mobility scooter.
But when I took my time, so I took my phone, opened different types of mobility scooters for them to see how they use it in the UK, and then they were like, oh, okay. Another example, I went to Accra Mall. So disabled parking.
Yeah.
Good. So I'm a disabled parking. After all, that is the advantages of being a disabled. Yeah, and so we can never corner. I'm out for watching. I'm do and say, my friend, remove the buyer.
No.
And I'm a show. Hey, I put one pedal away. What's in me disabled?
The seller drive.
And you won't ask it. I'm saying, maybe we share boot. Area imam. Simple. Maybe we share boot. Area imam. If we was right now, share side, no, so share side, show me which end. Me parking my me share one. Me today. Security be say be or bom may we or frame so that stand there basama no sin patrol them then me crap those days now me use crutches na me share ndaze until me use crutches na me zema so also when you crutches na share mami me crutches now you pay on who be on share on I'm so for what you there then and also no super door park where the next disabled parking no na didn't mama wo ake park nti mgbe na onu so park no say am disabled no say onye ni gidi ti mu hwe mirror ni mi twa me
position o wopere one
chale so ya famous o e we nyi ta ti mi twa me chi na mu hu de you pan V8 white for Lexus they own them Lexus be now no Infinity be now why no what there Patron them can say but they mean white one for nefe Mami pi I'm paying kakra. To me try make na me hu no ya na me say oh mommy it is easy ani aba no disability so no ni me be pre hu beji me disability na we dey file Infinity ni mami ani ending sesa jijiji na oh pacho me dem pacho me nim ne sa me dey fe me we to nika no okodo
ni me guas
but I don't blame them you see, sometimes I don't blame people. Is there ignorance? That's why I'm saying that if we come out more, because look, I went even in the UK, okay, in the UK, me and could be ne cousin, ne word, ne engagement, no way engagement in fear. Those days, I'm crack coaches now doesn't. See, why na what shall I say the way para Olympics, why Paralympics, what TV no do until we are here. Then everybody didn't know that I had crutches or I was disabled because I was still DJing. I was the one doing the DJ thing for them.
Okay.
And to me, crutches not share. I see her baby. No, because I 7 years ago, what can watch them T1 for the one I worked through me canon and was so what can one 7 of them what can disability they were making fun. But I wasn't moved like I wasn't offended in any way. I mean, I felt some of them were funny. I mean, some of the things they were saying, I felt they were funny, you know. So I was just there. When I went with my wife that day, and then unfortunately for me, baby, now I need to use the washroom. Two of them were sorry.
Oh, I can imagine the atmosphere. Yes.
So I told my wife that, I'm sorry. Because it's a I don't even know how I will even get out of the move and pass. You can dance on the Ghana, Dana. I saw I'm an ever lucky and doesn't why I could crack a cray. I'm now I there robot in Robocop. Man, ever be there Robocop. No, the Robocop movement.
Don't let me laugh.
No.
Don't let me
laugh. The whole place will be meanwhile, they were dancing to the tunes too. I'm about and they were saying all sort of silly things, and it was silly. It was funny. So sometimes instead of getting angry about it, you know, look, even in your natural life, in your real life, whether even if you're not disabled, there are so many things that people will stigmatize against you over based on your tribe or any of those things. Body shape, what you look, what you wear, all those things. But do you dwell on it? If you dwell on it, you get into depression. You get into anxiety. I call hallucination. But then you can also look at it. Yeah, sometimes in the heat of it, it's annoying. But there are times in every while it's funny. Like I was laughing about wheelchair and a scooter. Do you get it? So sometimes you look at the humor of things. Humor makes every identity in Ghana Chrome. There are so many injustices going on. But things that happen in other countries don't happen here. Because there are a lot of humor. You take the politics.
2 cities data. Who depression but wako.
Papaya was the Achimota forest.
Oh, how depression.
So you see, so
and now police were well forest in the baby forever.
See?
What depression but wako.
Do you get it?
But then Michael, is there anything? Are there any advocacies? Are there people advocating for people with disability in the country?
Yeah, there are a lot going on. People are trying. It's just that I don't know whether we are not reaching the right people or we are not knocking at the right doors. And also sometimes the approach we are using is also not helping. That's why I want to use a different approach, because everybody is talking about the government not doing this, the government not doing that, the government. Look, the government is not doing a baby.
But Michael, yes, I like the fact that you've embraced everything. You're living life to the fullest. Yes. But you can't reach everybody.
No. So you start from Mofraba or somewhere. We start from somewhere. Then for SHSE, that was why you did, but they started from somewhere. They are still, it's not perfect, but we'll go so right. So obey you, you good. Oh yeah, why you my hand. One year, so I will go back to the drawing board and then now I show so but a risk. Life is more riskier not to take a risk than to take a risk. I take no obuma wabum. I take no one boma. So there, when I was trying to climb the stairs with the crutches, it was risky. Mo po them na mo hu free. But to missing. Kakra na wa kan so am to me the smile me a fine boy kakra no so. Charlie I shop no for me my Rebecca there. Oh. And 9 hours away, but he says, "Oh, I can always please way." Do you get it? But I took the risk. It was scary for me. There was nobody there, and I did it. And the day I was able to do it, I was so happy with myself. And I tried it again. It was scary. I almost fell. But the point, what I had in mind is, if I fall, I will rise. Just like the Bible says, you fall 7 times, you rise again.
You rise.
So I don't say, I'm grateful to God by believing Christ and what He's done for me. And that is what gives me the impetus to do the things I do. So I am saying that we shouldn't just, of course, the government, society, everybody, people are talking to people, worker. But the thing is that sometimes the people who are the managers of the thing don't even understand the needs of the physically challenged person.
But then, say, if the physically challenged people, because of the fact that the piano was we're not having them involve themselves in parliament, we're not having them involve themselves in this, in
parliament,
that.
They want to Mungo.
Let's not want to Mungo.
Nah.
Michael, let's not.
Maybe, but the point is, nada umpu kakra ko shop umpu ko akra mo po na parliament. But ohono wo de wo sha se wo. Ohono nti na wo de ye sha yempuepui. Mayen fa won hihye dem. There are a lot of physically challenged persons. So
do you have, like, personally, I want to say, do you have any official advocacy via Irana?
Not at the moment. Yes, it's Michael No Limits on social media. Michael No Limits. That's what I do, trying to talk to people. But you see, the other thing too is that out of my little resources that I want to, mine is to use my little resources to change the mindset of a physically challenged person. But in the process of doing that, one day I will once wear your book at farm. Honestly, something I some way no.
Oh, Opera wants to book.
Also wants to book down. Today maybe we recommended a family for that NGO I was working with to support them. Why you want this assessment? We who there abufre here day in a day. Then the parents went to connive, trying to connive with the facility. Nanche one more 9 farm. Now one abufrani here working aids. Near the now call orthopedic training center. My wa says in a watch chest here. No one my bill. And Kofono Pedem when inflate a bill.
Actually, when you be
no alpha. But it be me kakra or no on so they
support.
But it's I one day on Kofo I bet you try and pictures into will take advantage. I know people do that. I'm not naive and I'm not ignorant of that. I get it. But so sometimes our attitude doesn't help. That's why my type of advocacy is a mind change, is a mindset thing. If we change, a physically challenged person change our mindset and we reach out more, I want to organize something that will bring both physically challenged persons and able persons together. And that is where the able will see, look, imagine I put you in my wheelchair to use it and I tie your legs to my wheelchair. You will not be able to propel the wheelchair like I do. So you will live in my world so that now when you understand me. So when you are also, or you know anybody putting up facilities or buildings or doing anything, you would have me in mind. Because when I told people about the toilet bit, of the washroom accessibility,
it's so uncomfortable.
Yeah. So people were
extremely uncomfortable.
That's the thing. And the more you crying there about do washroom no na why any steps no so why a crew be day.
Knitting. Why they look high jump?
Good. me pemeken.
Why the who high
jump? You know, ebi ani pay wa bomozin okra crutches into the who high jump. Na di ya na hwe most morty na ehu. You are put as in a rubber na ordinary pressure no rebo. Number 2 no rubber na okra ni pressure reba. Because pressure no ti hear them as a honzin.
No good. Wow.
And life is already difficult as it is. So to add the more pressure on a physically challenged person. So that's for me my aim there. Ibiara otehen, ibiara owo baby, ibiara owo it's the architects, builders, you know, facilities, city planners, all those people. Look, I know lifts accesses can be expensive. But if you look at the kind of properties we put up, we can afford to put it in.
I'm even thinking about private washrooms.
The private washrooms.
The public simple. Ones, no. I'm yet to see if they are or disability friendly. No. So today, people with disability don't come and no.
They won't come. But the ones who come more.
Michael, before we go, say what is happening around you. At least you've been here for a while. So you've come to understand most men. Do you foresee that a time would come that you decide, no, you're going back?
I had done that so many times. So would
you ever go back?
But it's this time that I decided to stay. I've done that so many times. Every time I come and you're my head in arms. So
Michael, how old are you?
My age? When you know? Just a moon or feel.
Oh, I can guess your age.
You can guess your age.
I can easily guess your age. I can easily guess your age.
Yes, I'm over 40 years.
You'll be in your early 40s to mid 40s.
Yes.
So I can easily guess your age.
Yes. And I'm and by the grace of God, I'm still handsome. You know, because as for my swag, I keep it.
Yes.
I love
very handsome. Which is why I
Hey, and the moment man fire young from. No. Oh, today. I no pay me if it ain't chemize from kaka. And in blue magic. And be careful one blue magic. On na them PMF was and on the film that no. Oh, I did na champion offended. When my mic preparing show before them on the bat.
Michael, last question I'm going to me you married when you were not sitting in a wheelchair?
No, yeah.
How did your wife take it?
Oh, my wife is my childhood sweetheart. Actually, we started going out at the university.
You were not in a wheelchair?
No, but I was working on Umpoya West because a wheelchair put in home on Anto. Yeah, I'm more there, Mom, who there is, I will say. A moped too, so a puppet too, say who there you
So she's okay with it?
Oh yeah, by the grace of God. You know, I don't think I'm so well. So God bless me with a very beautiful. My wife is always so beautiful as well, you know. And so I'm confident that he or physically challenged in terms of work for assist a create me. No, me I do. No, me I
level one.
Me papa. How settle for less? No. Just because of no. And we started dating when I was on campus at the university. In senior day, baby.
I'm tempted to ask a question. Friday night in tea, sister. Question me guy. Michael, are you able to do the do?
We are yeah. More back until we do no fine. I have a daughter.
Hey. I joking.
Nancha Yanke surrogate Yanke inception. Back in the days, I say, what the upper one brand
wow.
I mean, by the grace of God, everything is in order. It's not like there is no deformity in that aspect. And as well as the funny thing, Now you are robbing more, now I rob him double. Gee, at least 2 now, 2 legs now. You sort him out. That's it, catch you.
I'm going to show KOFI TV and soon double hair. Now, Erica, will you too?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Abazadam.
It's about me trying to educate people.
Oh, okay.
And so, Michael, no limits. So, we have no limits. We do.
You do everything.
Everything. We do we show people how to drive without their legs, so that say I had a lady call from Sunyani, contact us from Sunyani, and the accident, and so she couldn't, and she was depressed. And when she watched the video, she was encouraged, so she called, and I showed her the adaptive control device, driving device, and I showed her how to get it. And fortunately, a friend of hers in the US audition, the person got her one, so I showed her how to use it, and so she now has her liberty and her freedom.
The corner water if US brand, is it easily accessible
in Ghana
here?
Oh, Ghana has it, not easily accessible. As in to get it to buy it? No, I doubt. I'm home, maybe was in as a chim. Who no be needs it, no ma Ghana for a man. Now, iron rods, I was near SUV no one. Man, iron rod no Titanos could say. Iron rod, my iron rod, no wire there. And you say, I guess if you want, I don't know what I am. Busy, what bring you.
And so, if you are a disabled person in this country, na cash kakarowa, you still will be able to do things.
Of course.
Okay.
No, disability is expensive. Disability is expensive.
Are you rich?
No, I'm not. But disability is expensive. So to live a life of a disabled, to be okay in Ghana, you must use your brain to make money.
You're okay?
Yeah, I use my head to make money.
So you use your brains.
I'm okay, I use my brains.
That is good.
I have a friend, I have to give him a shout out. His name is Morex. Morex, I tell you my, I know, I say, and you used to argue now when I'm not bread. Oh, yeah, see. You used to argue, you used to argue. I say you used to argue now when I'm not break.
So you use
Sajinani you use.
That is good.
Yeah, Ajinani you use.
That is good.
Yeah, you know. You want to watch I can't work by plan or Ajin.
Oh, yeah, Ajin.
And you might be physically challenged, but you know, Ajin no.
Ajin
or you know, I'm a cerebral palsy. Mama, Ebiana, Una, or Popo, or say I was so senior, cerebral palsy on my way them. Please don't think that I'm mimicking or making fun, but I'm just showing things. I mean, that is the truth. That's the point. So
I'm telling you, some can wear the collar. You promote back KOFI TV. Obodum. Hey, where watch madam? I can say some to my bo. Muya. Mamma be acoustic children.
Yes. Yes, or acoustic or autistic so for or
the be second one.
Autistic.
On the minimum bother.
Jumbo acoustic, me wonder which one is acoustic.
Acoustic. Because children now so.
Acoustic means are you autistic and acoustic on any way? But autism. Autism. So a neuron.
Minimum
or a neuron.
No more the minimum ball. So that make me any baby.
Autistic or a neuron. Neuron, neurosurgical, neurological issues. Nina, they are all on air. I was away you sumo bana. One look, them papaya now, Oti, Professor B was a scientist, we are Oti mobility wheelchair, be more friend them poor. Oh, science, Papa B, Professor B. No, Abruchi.
Oh, okay.
He wrote a lot of theories in physics.
Oh.
Yeah, but don't also be Oti into unimportant to Mancasa. And he grew for a long cherry. And he wrote a lot of theories.
Wow, unfortunately, at time was Michael, I want to spend one Saturday with you, my team and I. We want to have a feel of how you live your life.
Yeah,
I know what's the talk is she.
Of course.
We want to see you do it.
Philly.
We want to see you gym.
Philly.
The madam. I will ekita elemanda donodon. Na pa ko so elemanda don.
Ah, yeah, you be push reps.
I wish you people can see what's going on here. Thank you so much, Michael.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
I should share Michael the videos via YouTube. Michael know them it. I'm a land them go watch the videos now because I'm amazed. In fact, when the interview was going on, I was watching some of the videos.
Oh, okay.
I was on YouTube and I was watching some of the videos. I will share him. Thank you. Muhuda Nanko for were comment there. This is a very educative topic. Thank you. I don't know on your pastor within ye shiads so yes a come. Sa and share bomozana share na wunyebi wunyankubi so onyebi nonte. Ebia there's a disabled person in your community onyim podo go to makojin onyim do go to wa swim onya the motivation to even go to school. Bomozana share no ubodobi and yen na no ya na pede car kwano ho one what in a wheelchair more strad and no ya no donso. It's up to you and I. The Yobutum ya born to get them educated. The fact that you're in a wheelchair doesn't mean that's it. You can do a lot. I'm a mechanic, but to my doctor, but to my lawyer. As a presenter, you can do it. I remember when I had an accident. When I resumed work, I couldn't walk, but I was working. You can do it. KOFI TV, round table, is in William. Abba. Guy pretty. Even if you have a good evening. I'll go for a car.